You guys. Thank you.
Right,
Thank
welcome,
you. Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome.
Thank you, Hope, for joining us. Hello, Hope. How are you doing today? Hey, Big Tipper. Hey, Black Man 1020. How are you guys doing today? Yes. Thank you guys for joining us. Hey, Shay and Dane. Thank you guys for joining us. Much love to you guys. Okay. The topic, Broker J3. You're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Get it started. We ready to roll.
All right, guys. We've been gone for a minute, but now we back.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
All right. The topic today is that was rude when social media calls out microaggressions. You know, y'all know about this new trend they got going on TikTok. We gonna get into it. Welcome back to J&B Live Podcast, where real talk. Live. Tonight we're breaking down the viral TikTok trend that was rude.
Okay, guys. Now, it's not all about the attitude. It's just about the truth. The small cuts, when somebody cut you, they can just cut you with their words. That builds up. And the bold clap back that people are giving is real. And it heals them when they are able to clap back. Because in some circumstances, they weren't able to clap back.
Hey guys, and don't forget, you guys can catch us on social media platforms under Live with J&B,
Yes.
whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Fan Base, Lemonade. Hey, we're there, guys.
Okay, yes we are, guys. Yes we are. Now, this is what I want to say. And for our audio family, we got a lot of people who just don't have time to sit down and watch a video or short or whatever. But you can also catch us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. You can do Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music. We also are on YouTube Music and Pandora, or just simply wherever you get your podcast. Just search for us, J&B Live Podcast. That's it.
That's right, guys. And before we jump into the conversation today, shout out to everybody that's tapping on the screen.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody liking. Shout out to everybody that's sending us those gifts. We appreciate it. And thank you so much for sharing the podcast, guys.
Yes.
We appreciate it and we love it so much. Thank you.
Yes, guys. And big love to everyone that's sending those gifts. Thank you. Keep them coming. We see you. We see y'all. And we appreciate that support. Keep it coming, guys. Let's jump into this amazing topic that we have today, Broker J3. Let's get it going.
All right, what? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, guys. All right, now.
All right, let's go ahead and break it down. The trend breakdown. That's what we're going to do right now. What's behind that was rude. All right? Doc B, let's open the curtain. This trend is not just comedy, right?
Yeah. It's not. It started as something lighthearted, just something just casual, but it has become a storytelling device. People share real life disrespect that they brushed off for a long period of time.
And and for some, that's a therapeutic way.
Yes.
But let's revisit that for a moment with clarity, without being silenced. Okay.
Okay. So this is what I think. Okay, guys. When the original moment happened, it was just dismissed or minimized. You know how somebody say something to you and you just dismiss it. They don't mean that. But TikTok has become the courtroom where people get heard. They're voicing what they think on social media outlets, not just TikTok, but all social media outlets.
Exactly, Doc B. It's almost like a personal highlight reel of passion, aggression, with a little bit of pettiness, but also healing at the same time.
And you've heard it before. You may have said it before yourself. That was rude, or that was so rude. This is simple and universal. Everyone has had that one moment they still replay in their mind when somebody said something to them that was rude and just out of way.
In fact, what we're going to do, we're going to give you a scenario right now of a certain situation like that. All right, this situation is like the workplace dismissal. In that office meeting room, Monday morning check-in.
Yeah.
You got that co-worker, Jane, saying something like, "You're surprisingly articulate for someone from your neighborhood." Now, see, right there, right at that moment, right there, that's when your brain hit that pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, did they really just say that?
In other words, they were insulting you, right? Okay, yeah. So that's textbook microaggression that was dressed up as a compliment. That's what they did. Those moments tend to stick with people because they cross the line. And sometimes you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say, but they're actually crossing the line. So we still have a viewer's comment that's saying, this trend helped me realize how many jokes were actually harmful growing up. Sometimes it probably didn't register with you, but the older you get, sometimes it tends to register. So thank you guys for joining us. We also have AD, Lady Reds, and Champion. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you. Much love to you from the J&B family. Thank you guys. Okay, guys. Okay, now, this is what makes it so powerful. It validates a person's pain when they start to feel those reactions. And they're not overreaction, but sometimes people say you're overreacting, but you're just reacting to what somebody said. They're called emotional fingerprints, Broker J3.
Wow. And you know what, guys, tonight we're going to dig deeper and unpack, what that really means. So buckle up. You know what? Again, guys, keep those hearts going. Keep tapping that screen. And if you feel the conversation already, hey, let's flood that chat, guys. Let's go ahead and start flooding that chat, all right?
Yes, guys. Thank you. Flood the chat room. Yes, we're grateful for every single gift, every share that you do. This community is why we do what we do. So thank you guys for your support again. Okay? Now, why it hit different? We're talking about microaggressions in the everyday.
So, Doc, let's go there. Why do these little comments feel so heavy?
Because they accumulate over time. You may have heard some of these little comments from coworkers. You may have heard it from relatives, but it hits and it's building up and it's building up and you're just letting it go. Why? So this community is why we do what we do. But here's what I want to say. These comments, they accumulate. They are subtle, but they're consistent. They're like little raindrops. They wear you completely down.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
I hear that. And folks, we'll say this. You're being sensitive or it was just a joke. But that's gaslighting.
Yeah. Don't
mistake that. That's gaslight. If somebody say something to you that's kind of rude, then tell you that they were just joking. Oh, that was just a joke. Don't mistake that. That's gaslighting.
Don't fall for the okey-doke, because sometimes they could be saying stuff like that to you, and they can be laughing behind the scenes with their co-workers. You have to be careful what people say, because sometimes if you're not paying attention, they'll say something and you're not even realizing that they were actually insulting you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what you need to do is train. We want to train people to question their instinct. If you hear something out of place, sometimes you may have to clap back. But some of you, what you're doing, instead of staying quiet, we want you to speak up. That's okay. It's ways that you can speak up.
Exactly, because in time, that's like emotional erosion. The damage doesn't always come from a storm. It comes from that little drip.
That drip.
That constant drip. That storm is heavy and it comes all at one time, then it stops. But that drip, see, that's constant.
Yeah. That's all the time. Yeah, and then you may have a coworker that says something to you. Every time you look around, they're saying a little bit of something, a little bit of, one comment here, one comment there. And that's what we're talking about, that drip. That little raindrop. And then it's going to get to a point in time where you're going to say, well, hey, no, you're not going to do that anymore. And this is the worst part of it. The one being hurt often has to manage the other person's comfort too. That's crazy. Exactly.
And you're left holding the pain and politeness. That part.
So the trend flips that dynamic. It says no more minimizing, no more taking those small little raindrops. It felt, no more minimizing. I felt it. I'm naming it. So you're telling them, you're recognizing what's happening, and you're going to bring it to their attention.
And you know what, guys, in the internet, especially black and marginalized communities, has turned that pain into power.
Yes, and that's the power. That's the most significant part of this podcast, turning that pain into power. And that's what we're all about, Broker J3.
Exactly.
Showing people how they realize how to deal with that pain and make it power for them, make it a powerful moment for them. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you another scenario. This is a Thanksgiving dinner. And you know how we have those Thanksgiving dinners. And your uncle or your grandmother says, you still single? You're not getting any younger. Every holiday has a comment like that where you get insulted by one of your family members. And sometimes it could be a friend. It doesn't necessarily have to be a family member. But that's not care. It's social pressure with a smug smile added as well.
Well, and you know what? And somehow if you say something back, you're the one that's being disrespectful.
Yeah, because they don't want you talking back now.
Well, we got a viewer, Mute No More, says, I didn't realize how much I've been carrying until I started watching those videos. Wow.
Okay, guys. All right. Cash, thank you for joining us. Daniel Gonzalez and Robin Bulmer. Thank you guys for joining us. Much love to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We're going to keep this conversation going. So if you've ever had to laugh off something that stung, I know it's happened to me before. You know, people say something to you and you just play it off. But deep down inside, it hurt your feelings. I want you to drop me a thumbs up, you know, because I'm sure it's happened to all of us. It's just a part of life. You know, some people know how to deal with things. Some people don't. Now, some people would automatically clap back when somebody says something.
Yes.
But I'm a little bit more hesitant about things like that. I tend to keep things in. So I wouldn't necessarily say something. I would probably go home later and process it and say I should have said something, but that is after the fact. Okay, guys? So I want you to drop me that thumbs emoji. I want you to keep tapping, keep sharing, and thank you guys for every single rose. Thank you for your badge. Thank you for your gifts. You keep us going. Thank you so much.
Exactly. And guys, you know what? Let's get into the psychological of the rudeness recall. You know, why we remember that stuff, you know? Doc, real question. Why do we remember the rude stuff so clearly years later sometimes?
It's like for me, Broker J3, I can remember stuff 7th and 3rd grade where somebody said something to me that I thought was rude. Okay? So what happens is your brain logs social rejection as a threat. You know, that comment that embarrassed you in the 9th grade, for me, 2nd or 3rd grade, it triggered your survival instincts. It tells you to survive.
That's what it does. Well, so it's not just ego. It's biological. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it is biological. Those moments tend to stick with people because they threaten your sense of safety, they threaten your sense of identity, and they threaten your sense of acceptance.
So, which explains why people revisit these things in adulthood, especially in therapy.
That does explain that. It sure does. And therapy is often about giving people an opportunity to say or unpack their feelings because it's a safe place for them. And they are able to unravel things that they couldn't process during that time.
Yeah. So this TikTok trend is like micro therapy sessions going viral.
Yes. And the comments aren't often the most healing part. People see that they are not alone and that something similar may have happened to them. Okay? And that's very important, guys. Okay. Now, we've got another scenario for you guys. This one's called the classroom clapback. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you, J7, Donald Giles, 2226. Thank you for joining us, Michael Vaughn. Boham.
See, like Link said, I think Doc B is smarter than Jay.
Oh, hey, we done had that before. You know, that's something. You're the same person that.
You know, I say this, Links. You know, she's a very smart and beautiful woman. You know, she is a doctor. You know, I'm not, but I am a multi-state real estate broker, so I got some smarts in there too, buddy.
Yeah, but I think, are you the same? I think he's the same person that posted that night. He said no offense, but
it's okay.
Yeah,
we appreciate all comments. So you know, this is, you know, and I don't see that as nothing negative at all. I think she's prettier than I am. You know what I'm saying? So it is no big deal. You know, we appreciate you coming back, Links. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so college classroom. This is a college classroom, guys. Okay, so the professor says, you know how you have those discussions, and he'll say, well, you know, the female student has her hand raised, and she answers the question. She's just literally answering the question. And he'll say, well, let me get a more neutral perspective on that. Now, does that make sense? Everybody answers a question based on how they feel. He should never have to say, let me get a neutral perspective on something. He should hear her and see her in what she had just said. So that's an insult to me.
That one hit, Doc B. You know, the coded language that says your life experience isn't objective enough.
That's exactly what's happening. It's happening academia everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter at what level. It could be at K through 12. It could be in a college level, any post-secondary environment. It can happen as well. But what I'm saying is silencing in the name of balance. That's not what you need to do. Everybody has a perspective. You don't have to say something that you don't feel because you feel like it's neutral. That's exactly what they were trying to get her to say. Now, one of the viewer comments, so thank you, Omar.
Who was that viewer?
Okay, this is Grace Unfiltered.
Okay.
Thank you, Omar, for joining us as well. Also, we got, let's see. Wanda B. My Swag. Okay, thank you guys for joining us. Okay, Grace Unfiltered says, I posted one and cried at the replies. Strangers understood more than my family ever did. Isn't that something?
Yeah, but you know what? You can expect that. You know, because in today's time, as sad as it is, you know, you actually will get more strangers that will understand and feel your pain quicker than some of your family members. Again, we talked about in one of our previous podcasts. Sometimes those family members, those are the ones that are talking behind your back. Those are the ones that are not wishing you no good.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
It is what it is, guys.
That is true.
All right. You know what? You're not overreacting at all, guys. You're remembering. That's all you're doing. Big love to everybody that's sharing their stories. You know, we appreciate that. Thank you, guys. We tell you all the time, this is an interactive podcast, and we love it when you guys interact with us, when you're tapping that screen, when you're showing us love, when you're sending us gifts, and most of all, when you commenting in that comment section. That's what we love, guys.
Okay, Shay Sprays, thank you for your gift. Like I said, thank you for your gift. Thank you for your beams. Thank you for your badges. This goes a long way, and it means a lot to both of us. So, guys, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. And massive, like I said, massive shout out to y'all. We don't take anything you send us, comments, gifts, or whatever, lightly. We appreciate you. Yes, we do.
Yes,
we don't take it for granted. Okay, guys. Now, when that was rude comment comes from love.
Which type of love? Who does it come from, Doc B?
Probably from your family and friends.
Wow.
Oh, I said it because I love you. Remember that? They're going to do a lot of that. They continue to do a lot of that. So, guys, let's get into the tricky stuff. When rudeness comes from your family.
We've all been there. Aunties with opinions, cousins with no filters.
They'll say what. Some of them say whatever comes to mind, it comes out. I got family members that like that. I'm sure there's at least one family member that says exactly what he or she is thinking. And the line is always, I say it because I care. But care without consideration, that's control.
And again, if we speak up, suddenly we're the one that's rude. That's a classic flip, guy.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying earlier, gaslighting.
Yeah, I can hear a mother or a grandmother say, I know you didn't talk back to your uncle. Oh, I know you didn't do that. But sometimes you're feeling like you need to clap back because they're kind of trying to control you by the comments that they make. So you have to be careful. So you have to set some boundaries which are essential. Loving people doesn't mean always allowing their words to, or the words to wound, because that's what they're doing, to go unchecked.
Exactly. And it's okay. You can say, hey, I know you didn't mean harm, but that didn't feel good.
Yeah, you can tell them that. That's okay. That's being mature. This invites accountability for that person saying what they said to you without burning the bridges. It's a nice way of dressing it up.
Exactly. And sometimes, guys, the bridge doesn't need to be burned, but that's okay too if you have to.
If you have to burn it, you just have to burn it. Okay,
burn
guys.
that bitch. Damn.
Okay, the next scenario we have is the social circle swipe. You know how you have the group brunches, you got lunch with your friends, everybody joking on each other, and then that friend says to you, and this is me now, sisters out there with sisters of color, darker skin color, you're pretty, for a dark-skinned girl. Like, dark-skinned girls can't be pretty. Okay? I don't know if y'all heard that before, but that's insulting. So, no ma'am, that's not a compliment. That's colorism that's wrapped up in a fake praise. And
TikTok gives folk the perfect comeback. That was rude.
That was rude. That was rude.
All right, we got a viewer, soft-spoken savage. I stopped bringing my wins to family. Every praise came with shade. Wow.
Yeah. You know how you tell family about you winning, and then they'll clap back and say, well, hey, you only did it because of this, or they'll try to intervene some kind of way and convince you that you're not winning.
The quick example, I finally got my degree. I finally graduated. Then you hear that, yeah, it took you 6.5 years to get it. What? It don't matter. Don't matter if it took me 8 years. I got it.
They will wrap that sucker up. Yes, they will. Okay, so if someone has ever wrapped up shade in a compliment for you, I want you to drop a cloud in the chat.
Yeah, Dobby, that's a good one.
We're calling it out tonight. This is an opportunity for you to share with us how you're feeling, and this is a form of you clapping back. Okay, let us know, because someone else may have experienced the same thing.
All right, again, guys, I want to repeat what Doc B just said. If you ever wrap shade in a compliment, drop that cloud in the chat, guys. We want to see those clouds. We already know it done happened. We all done seen it before, guys. So go ahead, drop that cloud in the comments. And again, thank you all for showing us love. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for them comments. Thank you for them virtual hugs. Every gift you drop, we feel it. Thank you. Thank you.
Kimberly, we've got Crystal on. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. Like I said earlier, we're back. We're back and we're ready. We got our new shirts on. We're ready to keep it moving. And we're so glad you guys decided to join us, okay? So now we're going to get to the part where you have to learn how to respond with grace, fire, if needed, or silence. Maybe just walk away.
All right, Doc B. So let's teach the people something. What do we say when we hear something slick? They coming out their mouth slick with it.
Them kind of comments where you look at them sideways, and then you might have to say 3, 2, 1, or you may have to just do or have that little woosah moment. But here,
I don't know, Doc B. See, I'm a little different. I'm like, what the?
Let's think about these 3 tools, guys. I want you to ask, I want you to name, and then I want you to exit. I want you to ask, can you explain what you meant by that? Just act like you don't even know. And then I want you to name it. Say, hey, that was very disrespectful to me. There's nothing wrong with you saying how you feel. And then the third thing is exit. I'm not engaging with that. In that particular case, you can say what you got to say and then walk away.
I love that, Doc B. It gives people options based on the moment. Okay, Doc B. I like that.
Yeah, and not every moment deserves your energy. Don't you feel like it's sometimes where some people don't even deserve your energy? They don't deserve it because they're not at that level that you are. Some shade isn't worth stepping into, guys.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes silence is the read, if you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes silence is the read.
And the reason why is because a lot of people don't know what you're thinking sometimes when you're silent. And guess what? They hate that because you're not clapping back at them. And so when you're silent, they're like, I wonder if she's mad. I wonder if he's mad. They don't know. But when you do speak, guys, you do it for you, not to educate them or to change them. You're doing it for you, for your peace.
Say it then, God B.
Doing it for your peace.
Yeah. See, your clarity is for your peace, not their approval.
Okay, guys. All right, now. Thank you guys for joining us. I see.
We got a comment.
Okay, let me give some props to No Shade, Kamari, and also, thank you guys for joining us. Much love to you guys for being a part of the JMB family. We got a hot topic now. Rooted and Real is saying, stop saying, oops, that didn't sit right with me. We'll say that in a minute. That just didn't sit right with me. And the room gets real quiet.
Yeah, hey, well, you absolutely right. Sometimes you gotta, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say, oops, that didn't sit right. Sometimes you gotta say what's on your mind. Or, as we just said a minute ago, sometimes don't even say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Keep it real.
You know what, guys? Y'all really showed out today.
Yes,
Y'all comments, the energy, the story.
Yes,
hey, guys, this community is unmatched, guys. We appreciate you guys so much.
Yes, from the hearts, guys. Thank you, guys, to the gifts, to the shared vulnerability. We thank you, guys, because this is being vulnerable. When you're out here, you're posting, you're being vulnerable with your feelings, and we appreciate that. Thank you, guys, from the bottom of my heart, our hearts, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, guys.
Hey, guys, we appreciate you guys joining us today. Again, we've been gone for a week and a half. We're so glad to be back. We're so glad that y'all back with us. We miss you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If you did, remember, guys, we want you to go ahead and share the live. Make sure you guys like it, okay? Make sure you guys, whatever platform you're on, whether it's Bigo, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform you guys are on right now, make sure you guys like it and comment. And if you come back later and you're not watching it live, but you catch it on one of the platforms after the fact, make sure you still comment in the comment section, and make sure you still like it, guys. All right.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys for joining us today. Thank you for joining J&B Podcast. As always, I'm your boy Broker J3.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you. Much love to you. See you next week. And I'm Dr. B.
And you know what, guys? Let's talk about it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We appreciate the love.
Thank
Y'all
you.
take it easy now. Thank you so much for your support. All right.